What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on Polygon Matic.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on the price chart and how we get there. Then I will continue with the fundamental news that might drive the price of this asset. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis. And I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. Let me show you that I made my previous video right here at this point, and I've told you that we have to be very cautious because we were not out of the woods. Basically, we are not out of the woods right now. And right here, as you can see, we had a very harsh movement to the downside that led to about 25% of potential losses. And I have to say that we still have this bearish pressure because of the total sentiment of the market. And on my previous video, I've told you that if you want to preserve your capital, you have to avoid any trades right now on the crypto industry. And I was 100% correct because we still have this movement to the downside for about 10% of potential losses. And what should we expect next from the technical standpoint, I will show you in just several minutes. And for now, let's continue with the total sentiment of the crypto market. So we are sitting at $829.2 billion of total market cap. It is about 0.5% decrease over the last day. And on a 7 days period, we are pretty much moving sideways. Bitcoin lost about 1%, Ethereum lost about 4%, and BNB lost about 4.8%. And on a 24 hours period, we also are moving sideways, and only hourly time frame shows that a slight bounce is on the table. And I don't think that we might bounce to the higher levels because of the uncertainty around the FTX collapse. And let me show you the Polygon numbers. Polygon lost on a 7 days period about 10.3% of its value, and right now it also moving pretty much sideways, as I mentioned just several minutes ago. And let me show you its numbers in details. For now, it has a total market cap of $7.53 billion. It is almost 3% decrease over the last day. And the total tradable volume is $290.95 million. It is a 23.2% decrease over the 24 hours period. And let me show you that we have consistently decreasing volume during the movement to the downside. And I have to say that it shows the weakness of this asset in terms of its potential movements. And what are the main drivers for the crypto industry right now? First of all, let me show you this article on New York Times, and it was published on November 17th, and it says, "Is this the end game for crypto?" And it is very interesting article. I will put the link on this article in the description below. And the main idea of this article is that crypto assets have a lot of bearish pressure for the last several months and basically for the entire year, because previously Bitcoin was at roughly $60,000 mark, and right now it trades below $17,000, and it is not the only asset that lost a lot of its value. Definitely you can compare the Bitcoin price action right now with even Meta platforms stock, and it also lost about 70% of its value. And let me show you that we are not out of the woods because of the potential domino effect. And let me show you right here that probably the beginning of this collapse of FTX exchange started with the Terra Luna collapse. And let me show you this article on bitcoin.com. And it says, "Analysis of FTX and Alameda collapse points to Terra Luna fallout starting the domino effect." And let me quote you this. "An analysis of the FTX and Alameda research collapse has been published by the blockchain and crypto analytics firm Nansen, and the report notes that the Terra stablecoin collapse and the liquidity crunch that ensued likely started the domino effect that led to the company's implosion. This study from Nansen further details that FTX and Alameda have had close ties since the very beginning. And I have to say that previously I also told you that the domino effect is in play on the crypto market, and let me show you that we have a lot of other articles that pointing us to the same conclusion. So, on November 18th on Reuters, we have this article that is titled "Explainer: Crypto lender Genesis plucked by contagion concern after FTX blow up." And let me quote to this. "The uncertain future of Genesis Global Capital, one of the biggest crypto lenders, is fueling concern that the recent collapse of crypto exchange FTX is having a spillover effect on other players in the highly interconnected market. Genesis, which brokers digital assets for financial institutions like hedge funds and asset managers, had almost $3 billion in total active loans at the end of the third quarter. On Wednesday, its crypto lending arm stopped making new loans and blocked customers from taking out money because of what it called unprecedented market turmoil that rippled through the market after FTX filed for bankruptcy last week. On top of that, let me show you another article that was published on November 17th, and it's titled "Crypto firm MULTICOIN expects contagion from FTX to wipe out many trading firms in coming weeks." And the key points are following. MULTICOIN Capital, one of the top crypto venture firms, told investors in a letter on Thursday that FTX's collapse will cause additional failures. Many trading firms will be wiped out and shut down, the letter said. Because of its write-down of assets on FTX and the broader drop in crypto, MULTICOIN said its net performance is down 55% this month. And let me quote you this information. MULTICOIN said there is a chance the firm will recover some of its funds from FTX, but because those assets are now wrapped up in bankruptcy proceedings, it anticipates making them down to zero. It's a stark reversal for 5-year-old MULTICOIN, which announced a $430 million fund in July, its third and largest to date. And definitely we can see even more this type of news and a lot of companies very close to each other in terms of its relationships, and definitely this might lead to even bigger domino effect right after the FTX collapse. And let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, what should we expect next? I have to say that from the technical standpoint, previously, basically about 4 days ago, we probably might have this price action as the symmetrical triangle, and we had basically decent chances to break this range either way, but I have to say that this movement to the downside without major volume doesn't show the exact breakout, and definitely it is not the case, and we cannot rely on this pattern as the major pattern right now. The only driver for the entire crypto industry is the Bitcoin behavior, and I have to say that if I add the Bitcoin price action on this price chart, you can see that from this point, from the beginning of November, from November the 9th, we have absolutely identical movements, as you can see, for Bitcoin and for Polygon. And this means we have to rely on the Bitcoin price action, and if it breaks its previous swing lows, this one at the price point of $15.84 thousand and this one at $15.7 thousand, definitely we will see much lower price action for other crypto coins. And what are the potential ranges of support? Let me zoom out a little bit and switch to 4 hours time frame, and let me show you that right here we have a decent range of support at roughly 75.86 cents range, and the lowest point of this range of support might be even 70 cents price point. And if this asset breaks these previous bottoms, definitely we might land at 75 or 70 cents price point, and from this range we might have a bounce in order to unload this movement to the downside. So I think from the technical standpoint that's it for now. Just be cautious with any of your positions because we are not out of the woods. And if you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only got